Tonight on the South Today, Wanaka gets wild and woolly as the town's big A&P show attracts more than 40,000 visitors. A tattooist from the deep south with a taste for Celtic designs finds an overseas following. And the country's best lifesavers hit the beach in Christchurch, encountering big crowds and wild surf. Kia ora, good evening, I'm Hannah Wilkins. Wanaka's showgrounds were jam-packed over the weekend as one of the country's biggest A&P shows drew in a bumper crowd. The event delivered a weekend of fun in the sun, providing a huge boost to the local rural economy.
Organisers and attendees are flying high after a wildly successful Wanaka A&P show. More than 44,000 people flocked to the showgrounds over the weekend to celebrate all things rural.
Crowds were here early this morning lining up to get in the gate. We've got record trade sites here, and that just is offering so many different options for people to explore.
Livestock of all shapes and sizes were proudly paraded, with pet owners putting on a performance in the ring. And this year the show also hosted the New Zealand Supreme Fine Wool Fleece competition for the first time. The Patterson family from Armadale Station in the Maniatoto taking out the top prize, scoring 99 points out of a possible 100.
We decided that we needed to show the excellence of, to expose the excellence of New Zealand wool to our visitors and our competitors to display their wool.
Competitors in the equestrian events showed off their skills while woodchoppers worked up an appetite. Organisers were delighted with the turnout and estimate the annual event boosts the local economy by almost $30 million. In Wanaka, the South Today.
Dunedin police are still investigating after a drive-by shooting that happened last week near the city's railway station. A loud bang was heard on Thomas Burn Street on Friday, with a car damaged by a shotgun blast. No one was hurt in the incident, which police don't believe was gang-related. The Armed Defenders Squad later searched a property in Brighton, with officers trying to locate a person of interest. A dream has come true for one Dunedin tattooist after being featured in a book by his favourite skin artist. Wayne Meddings has enjoyed a quick rise in his career, securing a place in Peter Madsden's book The Nordic Tattoo in recognition of specialised heritage pieces.
Wayne Medding working on his newest creation and still buzzing after being featured in print by one of his heroes. The Dunedin artist recently bagged a spot in a new book called The Nordic Tattoo by famous UK tattooist Peter Madsen, who Meddings has been following for years. He got the feature through his specialist work in Viking Celtic tattoo pieces. Appearing in print was a big achievement, but Medding believes he's just getting started.
I think of it as I'm still in the early stages of my career. It's probably just taken off in probably the last sort of maybe couple of years.
The former musician started his tattooing career later in life, picking up the tattoo gun just 9 years ago and opening his business Cornerstore Inc. in 2017. He's enjoyed a quick rise to success in the industry, which encouraged him to expand his operation recently, moving into a larger space.
Yeah, no, shop's awesome now. Yeah. That's probably, 3 or 4 times the size of what we had. So we were, next door in a pretty small shop.
The expansions also allowed Medding to hire more artists for the tattoo studio, giving him more time to focus on his specialised Celtic pieces. In Dunedin, the South Today.
Organisers admit thousands of donated books were binned from the Regent 24-hour book sale after what they've called an extremely frustrating situation with their collection. The Regent Theatre Otago Trust had a standing arrangement with another organisation to collect the unsold books at the end of the sale. Everything needed to be removed from the Edgar Centre by the end of Sunday after the sale ended, but organisers learned at lunchtime that day they weren't going to be collected. Wasted books have been a problem with the event in the past. The Trust says it doesn't like to reuse unsold books to ensure there's a new selection each year. The exact number of books thrown out is unclear, although volunteers disposed of 3 full 1-tonne skips. A long-time resident of Invercargill is preparing to personally present a book of tributes to former Mayor Sir Tim Shadbolt.
The tributes include artworks and comments from school children around the region, along with archival photos and excerpts from past interviews. The special book was put together by Helen Campbell, who's lived in Invercargill for 55 years.
And all I want for Tim is to be able to put this book on his lap in the days, weeks, months that come, to be able to feel I was valued. I gave 24 years of great service to the city, and I am appreciated, and I can see that in this book.
Campbell says she felt the city came alive under Sir Tim's long mayoralty and is confident the book will be well received when she gets to present it to him in person on Wednesday. In Invercargill, the South Today.
The country's top lifesavers got the chance to test their skills against each other over the weekend. Hundreds of competitors hit the water in various events, including swimming and inflatable rescue boats.
Big surf, hot sun and fierce competition. Christchurch turned it on for the TSB New Zealand Surf Life Savings Championship over the weekend. It's 3 years since the last national champs and 7 since the competition was last held here at New Brighton Beach. Its return was welcomed, with large crowds gathering along the beach to watch the action.
This is the first time in 3 years it's taken place, so it's great to be back in Christchurch. At New Brighton here, we've got about 1,000 competitors competing today, from events from swimming through to boats and canoes.
The impact of the recent cyclone and travel difficulties with the Cook Strait ferries failed to impact on the athlete numbers or dampen the enthusiasm of the country's elite lifesavers. Local South Island clubs helped out, pooling their resources to ensure those affected had all the gear they needed.
There was gear shared around, there was phone calls last week when the ferries, people couldn't get across ferries, swapping gear. I know the New Brighton Surf Club loaned Sunset Beach a surf boat, so there's just gear getting matched around all over the place, which is great.
There was plenty of action across the 4 days, although the big surf meant a few adjustments to the original program. Officials, water safety monitors and clubs working together to find the right balance between excitement and safety while managing the surf races.
We had a hole put into a surf boat down the other end, but that's when two surf boats kiss each other, one comes off worse off. There's a couple of broken skis yesterday, but everyone seems to be enjoying it. The surf is toned down today, but absolutely beautiful weekend.
And despite some testing conditions, crews from the Taylor's Mistake Club came out on top, leading the table on 127 points and finishing ahead of local rivals North Beach and Waimari. In Christchurch, the South Today.
Whaiakene, still to come on the South Today. All walks of life came out to play at a Southern Surf to City event, and Central Otago's world-class mountain bike trails attract enthusiasts from far and wide for a gruelling weekend challenge.
Great Britain has a collection of varied landscapes and countryside to rival anywhere else in the world. And the best way to see it is to walk.
If you're at risk of developing melanoma skin cancer, you owe it to yourself to have a mole map. Mole map is coming to your area. Phone today to make an appointment. It could save your life.
Drive away your way with 3 incredible offers on the Honda CR-V Adventure Ready range. Choose from 2.9% finance with 0 deposit, third finance, or lease a new CR-V from just $136 per week. These offers are only available for a limited time, so be in quick. From Honda.
Aero, used by Australia's top bowlers with their unique Z-scoop grip that redefines the game. Machined with robotics for unparalleled accuracy, Aero, same line, every time.
Garage Dunedin, delivering quality, stylish garage doors in Dunedin for over 17 years. New doors, replacement doors and maintenance are all part of Garage quality service. Garage Dunedin offers a full range of modern quality doors to suit any home. Come visit the team.
Earth is a planet of extremes. extreme places, and extreme animals. But some animals are more extreme than others. Join us as we count down to find the most unusual, the most extraordinary, the most extreme.
Tēnā koe, welcome back. Giving it a try was the order of the day at Invercargill's Surf to City event. Thousands of walkers, runners and cyclists turned out, with participants coming from all walks of life and going at different paces.
Thousands flocking to the Invercargill coast to take part in the annual More FM Surf to City event. It was sand, sun and smiles all around as the 12-kilometre journey got underway at Oreti Beach. The community event came back bigger and better this year after having to downsize in 2022 due to COVID-19 restrictions.
Last year we weren't able to run the event like this, so it's really cool that we can get everyone back together in person and enjoying the sunshine today.
Participants were also able to choose the option of 2 shorter routes, with the event catering for people of all ages and abilities.
We're over the moon actually with the response that we've received today. So when we look around, we see people of all ages and people who have actually sort of taken part not only with family and friends but businesses as well.
Southlanders flexed their creativity by sporting fun and unique transport, from tandem bikes to a range of wheelchairs. The journey saw people taking part for many different reasons.
So we're doing this as raising funds and awareness for Leukemia and Blood Cancer New Zealand.
I've been an amputee for a couple of years. I take part in Surf to City to normalise disability in the community and get people to recognise it as being a normal thing they see every day.
Either I'm crazy or just love running, so that's why I'm here. Anyway, see you later.
Organisers were blown away at the level of involvement this year, with over 3,500 people taking part, which was a warm welcome back to the event's traditional format. In Invercargill, the South today.
Mountain bikers took to the hills over Alexandra over the weekend for the 3-day Prospector race. Competitors came from all over to tackle the world-class trails, with the event continuing to grow in popularity.
Pushing through the burn in the hills of Alexandra, finishing out the last day of racing. The 3-day Prospector mountain bike stage race came to an end yesterday, after entrants took on the gruelling challenge of riding through the small town's world-class trails. This was the 3rd year running for the endurance race, which saw 160 riders take part, continuing to grow from previous years.
It gets bigger and better every year, and we love it so much, the riders love it so much. You just get such a good buzz out of this race. Yeah, it's a great time.
16-year-old up-and-comer Eddie Adams was competing in the men's team section, placing 2nd in the division, and was able to keep himself in the fight with some of his heroes.
I always used to be my idols, just watching them race. I want to be like him one day. So racing with them and against them is pretty awesome and also pretty challenging.
There were 3 stages held across the event, with all the trails going through the hills of Alexandra, allowing riders to take in the beautiful scenery.
I think I just love being outside, going up hills and seeing the view, especially with good friends and company, and pushing yourself but then getting a bit of reward for it.
Even though those 2 were enjoying the views, they still pushed hard and managed to take the top spot in the women's team section, with Julbo Akatrax taking home the men's title after a tight battle between 3 other teams. In Alexandra, the South today.
And now recapping tonight's top stories on the South today. Wanaka's big AMP show drew more than 40,000 visitors as fairground rides and lively livestock competed for attention. A Dunedin tattoo artist has made waves in the Northern Hemisphere, featuring in a book dedicated to Nordic tattooing. And Christchurch's New Brighton Beach has hosted the National Surf Lifesaving Champs, serving up big surf and strong competition. And now a look at what's happening in tomorrow's ODT, and we welcome the Associate Editor, Joe Simpson. Hello, Joe.
Hi.
What can we expect in the paper tomorrow?
The hospital's very busy, so things will be delayed, and then on the back of that there's cuts to the pathology space in the new Dunedin hospital.
Right, okay, look forward to reading that.
A Clutha man aims to defend his national excavator championship.
Oh, good on him. Yeah.
And the man who caused the death of his fiancée after driving through North Tyree floods was taking his new vehicle for a drive. A court is heard.
Right.
So the results of that.
Okay, hey, thank you for sharing this evening,
you.
Joe. And time now for a look at tomorrow's weather.
The South Today weather, proudly brought to you by MoleMap, the skin cancer detection specialists.
Looking at the situation, expect westerly airflow to hang around for most of the week, with fronts arriving from the South Tasman Sea and Southern Ocean as we approach the weekend. Heading to the top of the South Island, fine with southwesterlies and 20 degrees in both Nelson and Greymouth tomorrow, while down in Christchurch there'll be nor'easterlies with a high of 18 degrees. Travelling to South Canterbury and North Otago, clear skies with nor'easterlies and 18 up in Ashburton, a clear and calm 19 in Timaru, while Awamaru's looking a bit cloudy with southwesterlies and 17 degrees. Heading westwards to the Central Lakes, blue skies with westerlies through here on Tuesday. Expect 19 in Queenstown, 20 for Wanaka and up to 21 degrees in Alexandra. Heading further south, well, a cloudy day again through here tomorrow with fresh westerlies and up to 16 degrees in Gore, Balclutha and over in the Catlins. And down to the deep south. Showers and gusty westerlies with a low of 9 in Invercargill tonight. Cloudy and cool tomorrow with a few light showers and a high of 15 degrees. Wednesday should be dry with a spot of cloud and westerlies along with a top temperature of 16. And finally heading to Dunedin. Cloudy with breezy southwesterlies and a low of 9 degrees. Tomorrow's looking cloudy with a few sunny breaks in the afternoon with fresh and cool southwest winds and a high of 17. And midweek looks very similar, both numbers wise, but a wind change to the nor'east after midday. And that's the news this Monday. For the latest news and videos from the southern region, head online to odt.co.nz. You can follow Channel 39 on YouTube to catch our news bulletins on demand. And you can also now follow us on Facebook. Just search for the South Today NZ to see our favourite stories from around the regions. We'll see you again tomorrow. Ka kite apopo.
Public interest journalism funded through New Zealand On Air.
Every day the team at Gillian supports grieving families at their time of need, from answering your questions to organising a farewell that reflects the wishes of your loved one. We can help. Call Gillian's today.
Drive away your way with 3 incredible offers on the Honda CR-V Adventure Ready range. Choose from 2.9% finance with 0 deposit, third finance, or lease a new CR-V from just $136 per week. These offers are only available for a limited time, so be in quick. From Honda.
If you're at risk of developing melanoma skin cancer, you owe it to yourself to have a mole map. Mole map is coming to your area. Phone today to make an appointment. It could save your life.
Living Well Disability Resource Centre, a not-for-profit charitable organisation and your one-stop shop for information and resources to help you retain independence. We offer a wide range of assistive products from jar openers to mobility scooters and provide assessments for Total Mobility, the half-price taxi scheme. Come and see the friendly team. You'll find us on the corner of George and Bath Streets, ground floor of Burns House.
passion,
drama,
competition,
rivalry, marketing, numbers,
atmosphere,
power, fight, attack,
intuition,
love, hate, money,
cash,
millionaires,
fans,
and fans.
Oh boy.